Yes, people, welcome back to Let's Talk Premier League. We're here for Hot Off the Press Show. I wonder where I got that name from. We're here today to talk about the new format, because this week was just that crazy and that stupid that UEFA managed to chuck an entire revamp of the Champions League out without no one noticing.
Yeah.
Which is lovely. So we're going to go through all of that today. I'm joined by Charles, Andrew, and Dom. Gini is on his way. How are we all doing?
Yeah, all good. Rubbish day of football.
Yeah.
All good.
I mean, it's been a good day. Like, Man U dropped points. Spurs haven't won a trophy again.
You were not catching us. Sorry, I just got to get that one out.
Did you have like a frog in your throat or something? Because I think that frog was chatting bullshit, you know.
I mean, to be fair, he has got a point about this season, hasn't he? Like,
yeah.
The chances of you catching Manchester United right now would take one of the biggest fuck-ups Ole Gunnar Solskjaer has ever done. It's not out of the question, but it's very, very,
we have
very
four
unlikely.
games left, and all you have to do, we have to win 3 of them, which is possible. It's not impossible.
Yeah, but you'd need United to like proper fuck up, wouldn't you?
I mean, is that hard to do for Man U?
I think it is from this position. Like, I haven't checked the table yet, but
we're only 9 points off them.
If you feel proud, finishing on the other side, who were 9th in January, now coming up to the top 4 in the semi-final of the Champions League, final of the FA Cup, and you're in the Europa League, then yeah, take it. That's all good.
I think
in the top 4 all season.
I think they're proud of like finishing second in the Premier League.
Yeah, it's just banter. It's banter. It's banter.
Also, Thomas Tuchel does look like he is about to need counselling if he sees another Werner shot.
That was the best thing. That was the best.
That's the best part of the game.
You know, it's like someone told him to. His expression was like, multiply 50,825,000 times 622,000 and do it in 5 seconds. And he was like, he didn't know. He's like, his brain, his eyesight and his brain, they couldn't connect. It was like what he was seeing couldn't be that. It's like what?
He couldn't cope with it. He was in complete and utter shock.
He was like,
literally.
Some comments here. RJ saying he's back. Dom's back. It seems like RJ's missed you, which would be a first for him. Chris saying big up the panel now. So original with his ideas for shows. I am, as I said, I have absolutely no idea where this name came from. You know what? I was sat on my sofa drinking a cup of tea. I was looking at a TV. I was like, that would be a great name. Before anyone accuses me.
I mean, I'm going to start a channel. I'm going to start a channel now, but I'm just going to call it "Let's Talk Premier League." Is that okay?
Go for it, mate. Go for it. I love that. Do you know what, Andrew? I love the original idea there, mate. That is on point. Absolutely brilliant. These fucking Chelsea fans need battering in Champions League.
Good luck on
Thursday. Sorry, a battering like you got when you didn't get through to the quarterfinals and you actually got kicked out.
Obviously, Sulz, you're not used to seeing this background in the stream, so I mean.
All we need now is a Bayern Munich pictures to remind him how good his team are in the Champions League.
I mean, Dom, can you tell me how your campaign went?
My campaign?
Yeah, how did your campaign go in the Champions League?
Dom for PM. Now, I would get behind that. I would definitely get behind that.
Yeah, that's why he's not been on social media this week, mate. He's running for Mayor of Manchester.
If I can get an haircut like Boris Johnson, I'll become the Prime Minister. I can tell you that.
I thought you were already rocking it.
No, I'm trying to
I thought you had for the Boris special there, mate.
We've also got Gini from another unknown location in his house. New setup, Gini.
It's like 40 rooms.
Sulz, are you watching Atletico?
Yeah, they're losing, man. I'm so happy.
Yeah, no, they're gonna bottle it.
Mr. Arsenal podcast saying, Sononga.
Oh, we're live.
Still won more than Kane and Son, etc.
Did he just go,
I mean,
are we live?
I think so, yeah.
I didn't know you started it.
That big
Gini,
in the corner.
I did sort of message you when I messaged you. I was like, it's going to be at 9 o'clock. I know sometimes.
I said give you 2 minutes. I thought he was right.
Imagine he just started stretching and go, oh shit.
Well, sorry for those who don't have interest in Atletico.
But obviously today we're here to talk about the new Champions League format. It's okay, Gini. It's the same for the Europa League, just in case you need it for in 2024. We don't know how long this Liverpool is going to be like this for. Reports are saying that Roy Hodgson and Christian Benteke are about to go and join Liverpool again. So I suppose good times are coming back, Gini.
You're talking rubbish.
No. I'm
for a second though. So.
I'm serious. Roy Hodgson, he's just signed a new 5-year contract, mate. His first signing is Christian Benteke. I think Balotelli's knocking around somewhere if you look hard enough. Probably setting fireworks out of someone's bathroom. Uncle Laurie saying, I'm seeing more cups on this stream than Tottenham have ever seen in my life's existence. Well,
I mean, Dom's got what Spurs are anyway. He's drinking out of a bottle.
The puns have already started.
That is absolutely brilliant.
That's amazing.
Oh wait, Andrew's got one as well.
I'm drinking out of a big boy cup. I've got a glass, so I've elevated myself to big boy status. But. Who's seen this new proposal from UEFA? I mean, it's sort of got hidden in between 6 selfish owners who think they're all dickheads. Actually, no, they don't think they're all dickheads. They are all dickheads. And just basically a load of shit. So has anyone actually heard of the new format and what it's going to be like?
I have seen it. I can't get my head around it. I'm not going to lie.
It's basically just a larger European Super League.
Is it basically what they're doing is Swiss format, which I understand, yeah. So you have a winner's bracket and you have a loser's bracket, and then you kind of it filters all the way through into like a narrow tree of like quarterfinals into the knockout. Like that's where the knockouts are, but they're doing it in a group way. So you've got a group stages, but there's more groups. So I can't get my head around it. Like I kind of understand it,
right,
but
okay. So the top 8 sides in the league will qualify automatically for the knockout stage. While teams finishing 9th to 24th will compete in a 2-legged playoff to secure their path to the last 16. If that makes it any.
8 teams go into the next round. Wasn't that a Super League proposal?
Exactly, man. We're just going for a bigger Super League, and everyone's fucking criticising the Super League. I know it's for money and greed and stuff, but fucking hell, UEFA should do it as well.
Yeah. It's
right. So this is from UEFA's website. The pivotal change in the reforms announced by UEFA, blah, 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 the president, blah, blah, blah. Basically, it's just a lot of blah, blah, blah. God, UEFA, you really put a shit thing up, don't you?
Should have gone independent. Fuck. Independent tells you everything.
I'm sure someone made a tree, like a tournament tree.
So Sulz, it's
I'm just gonna look at images.
It's like one of those diagrams at work. You know, like the head of the department goes
yeah.
To the
they have someone.
Right, I've got an image that doesn't resemble a pile of shit.
Bear with us, guys. We'll be back in a second.
Keep them
entertained. All right, let me get a song on. Oh, boys, here we go.
Oh, Jesus. Not play a real song. Jesus Christ. Are you trying to get us copyright?
3, 2, 1. Rewrite the stars.
So I've got what oh Jesus Christ. Right. Do you know what? I'm gonna save the picture because Google is a pile of shit.
I have got like 6 bullet points that basically sums it up.
From our sponsors.
It's okay.
Go on then, Charlotte. Let's hear him.
36 instead of 32. New spots for elite clubs that failed to qualify. One league instead of groups. Best 8 to reach the knockouts. Other teams to qualify through new rounds of playoffs. Every club guaranteed 10 games, increasing revenue.
I mean, that's sort of... If my phone didn't resemble a pile of crap, right. So, yeah,
No,
the number of teams are going to... It's okay. So, number of teams are going up from 32 to 36. There's going to be 100... there's going to be more than 200 games. The group stages are going to... I think they're going to be 2 groups of 10, if I remember correctly. Or something like that. Fuck knows what they're doing. At least 17 games will have to be played to advance to the final. Extra slots, obviously, for teams in England, I presume, or Germany, Italy, Spain. Basically,
on, then,
anyway,
give us fifth.
No.
We'll
So
take fifth and get the Champions League.
it'd be on, I think, coefficients. So obviously, because Spurs were a bigger club than Liverpool, they would be entered into a Champions League before you.
Wait.
What's this coefficient? Like, how's it judging coefficient? Because if anyone deserves it, it's Liverpool.
I'm taking the pistols.
Wait, is this rubbish confirmed?
Yeah.
Yes.
I can't believe what.
Gini.
It starts in 2024 though. You still have like 2 more seasons.
Yeah. You're not going to be European elite.
But they released it the same day as the Super League, so it would get no one would pay attention to it.
This is my problem. UEFA are just as bad as these billionaires because they wanted to make these changes because you can't in like a 24-hour period come up with something like that. You've obviously had this planned and you've obviously heard rumors about this Super League. So you've just been waiting. So UEFA are actually maybe worse than the Super League because the Super League, there's been rumors for months and like the UEFA just came out snakily, just slid in like a little snake they are, chucked in that while all the Super League drama was coming up.
I don't like UEFA.
The Super League was taken over.
Just to correct people, this was actually meant, the announcement of a new reform was always meant to happen on that weekend of when this whole Super League...
Yeah, but they clearly did this because they knew that they had to try and get the big boys on side. The way the additional spots will be allocated, the qualification for a Champions League will continue to be open and depend on the club's final position in the previous season's domestic league competition. So obviously this year it would be Man City, Man United, Leicester and Chelsea. Slot 1, one of the additional places will go to a clubs ranked 3rd in the championship of the association in 5th position of the UEFA National Association ranking. You try getting your head around that because fuck knows what that means. Slot 2, another will be awarded to a domestic champion by extending from 4 to 5 the numbers of clubs qualifying via the so-called Champions Path. Who's 5th at the moment? West Ham. Mm-hmm. So West Ham would get Champions League. Apologies to any Liverpool fans watching or Gini.
It's not an elite club really. It's just whoever's 5th.
No, so I don't really bloody know. Slots 3 and 4 awarded to clubs with the highest club coefficients that have not qualified automatically for a Champions League group stage, but have qualified for either the Champions League qualification phase or the Europa League or the Europa Conference League due to start 2021. So I presume in that one would then go to Liverpool because obviously Arsenal and Tottenham aren't as good as Liverpool in Europe because your coefficient is based on obviously how far you go into competitions. I presume that being in Champions League is going to get you more coefficients than Europa League semi-finals.
Yeah, because they won the Premier League and then they won the Champions League and they were in the Champions League final, so their coefficient from sort of the past few years is going to be really, really high.
So pretty much they're just trying to get the amount of biggest teams possible for money.
Yeah.
But before you wet your pants, this is in 2024, so you still have to qualify this year.
But damn, that makes me feel really old.
Cheers, Dom. Considering Dom's like 19 and I'm 25. Cheers, buddy.
Yeah, no, I appreciate this. Same wavelength here, Niall.
Yeah, I hear it.
Sorry, you old farts. I apologize. Fucking, I'll get your bus pass out next time.
I'm nowhere near that stage, although I'm sure Sulz is. 100 SWAT men have invaded my house. 1 versus 100. I can beat them all with one hand.
I'm not surprised, you dirty, filthy nonce.
Velvet Fan also saying 5 down, 95 to go, and no one of them is trying to pull my pants down. Oh, no, one of them is trying to pull my... Oh, Jesus. That's... Dom, are you enjoying the Buxton water?
Oh, it's sauce, mate. Pure sauce. It's like the best water.
I don't care. Velvet Fan saying, I don't care about UCL. I'm happy that I have eliminated John... sorry. I mean, I'm happy to meet John Henry. Oh, fair. Sonny's come in as Jamie Carragher. I don't know why he asked me to, but he just wanted to. So here's Sonny.
Look, guys, I'm sure you see me and Gary on Monday Night Football the other night when we were having a discussion about this whole new UCL.
Why is he putting on an Italian accent?
But basically, it's a Tesco branded Super League. I think the fans have been blinded by it all, if I'm being honest with you. And I think that's, you know, me and Gary had a discussion the other night. We were getting worked up on it because I think it's the UCL UEFA now that are really, you know, taking the fans for, how to say it? I was trying to get the right words. I think UEFA really taking the fans as a joke.
Man spitting facts. He's spitting facts.
I'm sure you guys already see me and Gary on Monday Night Football the other night, but yeah, no, the spit all over my phone right now. Obviously, you know, I speak Carragher, but look, that's it's all I really wanted to say because look, we know how we know you guys know me and Gary, you know. We basically stopped the European Super League going ahead. I think we deserve a bit more credit for it, if I'm being honest with you.
What in the name of God have I just joined?
It's all right. It's all right.
We'll catch you in a bit,
RJ, it's Jamie Carragher here.
Unbelievable. Cheers for coming on, Jamie. I said I'd give him 30 seconds. I gave him a lot longer than 30 seconds. I
drank way too much for this. This is
oh my God.
Drunk? You're not fucking old enough to drink, you absolute bad boy. Who are you trying to impress, Charles? Andrew? Dom? Maybe he's trying to impress Gini. I see it. RJ. RJ's a bit Dylan saying Carragher about to start saying Phillips is better than Ramos. Or an impression. What I'd like to say is he's the Italian Jamie Carragher, and real Carragher. I'm afraid, mate, absolutely not. I don't really allow people who spit on people on my platform. Apologies. And Sonny saying that he loves himself, which we also like to see.
How's your voice acting, Sonny?
It was that was the Italian Jamie Carragher.
I can't lie, it was actually pretty funny, you know. I didn't know Sonny had it in him.
Funniness or salsa?
No, the funniness. The accent of it, though.
So, what does everyone make of this new format?
So, is it saying that we're going to be playing 12 more Champions League games?
10
yes.
more.
And how do they plan to fit this in with the compact fixture list already?
Well, I mean, that's the question that everyone wants to know, Gini. So, unfortunately, none of us are mind readers. Wishing I was, to be honest, because each football team is going to have 10 games. That's 10 games they've got to fit into a schedule that's already
good.
Well, it will be 6 more group. Because obviously we already play 6 group. We already play 3 teams, don't we? So it'd be an extra
Yes.
6 or 7 games.
No, do you know the only positive is, if they turn around and go, do you know, because of this new format, we're not going to have international breaks. I'll be like, you know what, I'm behind this.
No, you know they're not doing that, Sulz. You know they're not doing that.
It's like, how are these players supposed to? How are these players supposed to actually keep up with this?
Presumably they're going to have to remove the domestic tournament. They're going to have to remove the League Cup. There's no other way of doing it. Or they're going to stop the teams in Europe by playing in the Carabao Cup.
Yeah.
So I presume the Carabao Cup could go to anyone who's not in Europe.
Well, in
to be fair, which would make the Carabao Cup slightly more interesting, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I mean, Leicester will probably win every year, but.
Well, I don't know about you, RJ, but they'll be in Europe. If we're basing it off this season, they'd be in Champions League.
Yes, mate, we can lift our trophy, lads. Come on.
You probably won't win anyway, to be fair. You're Arsenal. So.
Yeah, Sulz, FYI, I think...
No, but you're Arsenal.
I think... Hold on. I've just... So the final is in 20... Hold on, Sulz, just let you know, I can read into the future. The final is in 2025. You got to a final, you faced Aston Villa, and Leno scored an own goal. Way!
Something.
We did win an FA Cup, though, innit? Where's your trophy, United?
I mean, we have like how many Premier Leagues do we have? How many do we have?
I'm sorry, if Arsenal
20 times.
I mean, we beat you, Chelsea.
I'm sorry.
20 times. I say.
20
times.
2019.
Play football the most speedway. 20 times.
Tom, why are you singing 20? I thought 21 was coming home this season.
It is, yeah.
What happened to 21?
I just want to confirm. Dom wasn't 20. Dom wasn't. No. I can confirm it's Matt and RJ which were the delusional ones, unfortunately.
It's not over until the last game is played. Do you know what I mean? They only have 2
Trust me,
RJ, it's over till next weekend. When Liverpool beat you,
trust me. Trust me, RJ. As the saying goes, that fat lady is about to belt out a wonderful song.
Who's going to score?
I'm not going to lie, Gini, I actually need your team to actually whoop their asses. So please let Liverpool win, because Liverpool dropping 3 points is going to be fabulous. Thank you.
Who's going to score against us, Gini? Because
I don't know. I'm not a bloody mind reader. Do you know?
Hold on. I can see into the future. And it was Alisson. Alisson has just scored against United.
Probably 4.
It was a penalty. It was a penalty conceded by Bruno Fernandes.
I mean, I don't know what world you're living in, my guy, but you know.
Could you imagine if Bruno conceded a penalty against Liverpool in like the 93rd minute?
I thought Bruno was injured anyway, RJ. Where's he been for the last 5-6 games? Surely he's not been on the pitch, has he?
I mean, look, you couldn't say that about a lot of your players, to be fair.
He's been playing.
Yeah, so what?
Fernandes.
We have a certain.
You know what? Yeah, actually, let me look for the stat. Yeah, whilst you guys bicker. 1 sec.
You know, look, when you play with talent that is
back to Champions League. Something.
No, I need to get this stat.
It's okay. Back to Champions
League. Fernandes has now gone 15 games without an open play goal for Man United.
What a player!
Now, back to the Champions League, to which RJ's not a part, RJ's not a part of, and Liverpool won't be a part of next season. The only 2 real ones are Andrew and Charles at the moment, which we do love to see. No, it's annoying. No, it's annoying. It's also a really shit accent. I'm sorry, but it sounded more like Claudio. It sounded more like Ranieri than fucking Carragher.
But it's funny. I'll give him that.
It was funny, but it was a terrible accent. Sonny, don't quit your day job. Matt saying Europa League 2021. We're gonna beat Liverpool about 8-0.
I don't want to be.
And big up to Professor, who won the Carabao Cup today. Well, not him specifically, his team.
He could have played in that team the way Spurs.
Do you know what the problem is?
Yeah.
It's going to be like It's going to be like Man U fans that like not Dom and RJ. Obviously, they have some sense, but it's going to be Man U fans that are going to come out being like, "We're going to win 8-0." That are actually going to be the downfall of Liverpool whooping their asses.
No.
RJ is more questionable.
Oh, like coming from the guy who's an undercover United fan. All right, okay. So let's.
I would never degrade. I would never
drink, and he can't get his words out.
I would
God.
firstly, I'd never degrade myself by being a United fan, and secondly, I'm just a Mason Greenwood fan, not a United fan. I couldn't give a fuck about.
Can someone
West
please
Ham.
let Jamie Carragher back in? I just want to hear Jamie Carragher.
I know.
Hi guys, Carragher here again.
Fuck you know.
Go on.
Jesus Christ.
This accent is probably the worst thing of 2020.
RJ, can you repeat the score prediction that you said?
I'm missing latitude.
Sounds like a Bond.
Man United face Liverpool.
Yo, I didn't say it was a person in the chat. I'll put it right over for you.
We're talking about Champions League now, which is precisely the reason we're here. Because if not, RJ's going to get banned. But what's everyone make of the additional place going to a team who hasn't qualified domestically for Champions League?
Rubbish.
Sounds salty.
Do you know what? Yeah, I kind of understand it.
It's got nothing to do with us.
I mean,
I kind of understand it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not fully against it, dependent on how they actually look at it. Because I don't mind the coefficient thing. If clubs have done really well, but then fail to, kind of don't like it, but I kind of get it. I don't agree with it, but I get it. That's my stance on that.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't. If you can't qualify for the Champions League, then you shouldn't be in it.
Mm-hmm.
There shouldn't be extra spots.
Yeah.
It's like you can't be like, let's just give a League 2 team a shot in the Premier League. They haven't qualified, but let's just give them it. Like that's not how it works.
They're not going to give a League 2 side.
That's like saying like, Salford.
You have to earn your
Gary
place.
Neville runs your club. Could you please go into the Premier?
Yeah, imagine Salford
Exactly.
getting to it.
I'm sorry. You have to earn your place. You have to earn your place. If you're not earning your place, then what is the point? The Champions League is supposed to be the most prestige European Cup, and you want to just add some extra places in because you feel sorry and you want to make some more money. Like, hun, come on. No, thank you.
No, I'm just going to drop off. Okay?
Let's be honest.
Yeah, that's cool, mate. I'll catch you in a minute.
Let's be honest. Even if like
he's putting his bins out.
Wow.
Oh, for God's sake.
He is. I don't know what he is.
Right, Dom, what do you make of the place going to someone who hasn't qualified domestically?
It gives him a chance. Why not, eh? Got to chance it, got to risk it.
Well, yeah, but...
you're saying that you have the brains.
Oh, Niall, lad, football's become a charity. Let's just fucking...
Yeah, but do you not think that it should be, as Charles said, you qualify or you don't qualify?
Yeah.
Exactly. I think you should get those 14. I think the bollocks is giving an extra one the fucking option to go and get in there.
Yeah.
That's what's going to piss me off, though, because we're going to get a fucking shitty group in fucking 3 years' time. It'd be like flying to fucking Azerbaijan for the next fucking 7 years.
No, that's Arsenal. That's Arsenal.
Yeah, but we'll get like fucking Shakhtar
Donetsk
in there, where it's a 6-hour flight and we'll play on the fucking Saturday half-12 kickoff.
Essentially, yeah.
Do you think this is just basically Super League, but UEFA style?
Yeah, of course it is. UEFA. No one's looking at it because it's UEFA. If it weren't UEFA and it's Florentino Perez again, everyone would be kicking off because it's UEFA.
Do you know what this is? You know what this basically is? MLS, because in the MLS, right, you have all your your North Conference have a league, and then your South have a league, so they have different groups. So they play in the groups, and I think it's like the top whatever qualify for like playoffs. And this is basically what they've done here. They've just made up playoffs, and it's just stupid. I don't like it. What was wrong with the old format? You qualify if you qualify. If you don't qualify, tough luck in it. Like what the fuck? Like it's like Spurs tried to protest, innit? Bless their hearts, but they tried, innit? But you don't give places, and you don't credit, things that if you just tried to get in. Like if West Ham miss out, unfucking lucky, mate. Like try again next year. Same with us. If we don't qualify, we don't qualify. What the fuck are you meant? What we meant?
They probably felt bad because when they do it in 2024, it'd be like 10 years since you've been in the Champions League. So they kind of feel bad, to be fair. So
no, but I just
RJ, it's good coming from a United fan who got knocked out of the Champions League, and now their biggest achievement is all we have.
So here's the thing, right?
Why is it that when I try and do something on it, RJ always has to turn it into fucking United? Always does my thing.
Because you know what he's got a damaged ego. He's grasping to anything that he can.
Nah, honestly, that's what he Sulz.
Professor saying happy to join at some point. Once I try and control this shit, then maybe I might open the phone lines. This way, I won't hold my breath. RJ is hard enough to control. God, his accent is worse than Mortal Kombat Annihilation. Sulz not against it because he wants Arsenal in the Champions League.
I did just say I don't like the idea, but I get it. So listen before you comment.
If Arsenal went to League 2, they wouldn't be put back into the Prem.
That's true, though.
I mean, you guys can tell me how it feels to get relegated.
Granted, Shaq would be like, yeah, fucking, this is still my level, like, in League 2.
I mean, how did it feel to get relegated? Can someone tell me? Because I don't remember my team being relegated
indeed, yet. It's very fucking difficult. But they're going to do the same. Obviously, Sulz, this is for you, really. They're going to do the same format in the Europa League. What's your thoughts on that?
The thing is, I don't even mind what the current format is. I actually like it. The only thing is, I don't kind of like about it is when Champions League teams drop out, because it's the same as what we've been saying. If you didn't qualify for the Europa League, fuck off in it. Why are you trying to win a Mickey Mouse Cup in your term? Oh, for fuck's sakes! Oh man.
Atletico have equalised.
Right foot devastating.
Savage.
No, basically, it's just like I just want it to be fair and competitive, and this doesn't. I don't really, because I really need to look into because I've been trying to battle my head with what do they mean by this elite club place, and I know it's about coefficient, but what do they base that on? And even if it is like how you've done in the Champions League previously, well, like it's like it's unfair because if teams have like. It's unfair for like teams like, let's say, West Ham, who aren't in Europe, this current season, who have really tried to battle their way through the Premier League, and then to say that, oh yeah, you'll also get a place, but guess what? Because you didn't give Liverpool a chance to get in, Liverpool come in as well. That's so unfair. Like, I just don't find that right. And even in the Europa League, like for example, right now we're not in a European spot. We don't deserve to be in Europe if we don't get it. And firstly, isn't these European competitions meant to be the best of the best play each other? Not, oh yeah, you once upon a time you were great, so we'll give you a chance. Like, if that's what it's going to be, why can't we call it the has-been league?
I have no idea what that word means, to be honest.
I reckon we should give Nottingham Forest that additional spot.
I think that's as well. Don't have Man City because they haven't won anything yet.
I mean, Gini, what's your thoughts? Obviously, the additional games is going to cause havoc for the managers. Your manager seems to have every excuse. He's now got another excuse under his belt.
Well, it's fine because it's 2024, so he won't be managing then.
What's the has been?
Like has been, innit? Like has.
I've
just Urban Dictionary. Oh, Christ.
Oh, dear Christ.
I thought you meant something completely different. I was about to say, that's a bit dodgy, son.
You're in college, right, Tom? Are you sure about that?
Yeah, I'm in uni next year.
Oh, dear. Uni? Oh, dear Christ.
Yeah, the education system in this country isn't great. I'll tell you that now.
I'm going to start campaigning for Dom as Prime Minister.
I used to play pro ball, but now I'm a has-been, and now I suck balls.
I'm not going to say anything on that one. Ciao.
Hey. I did not come in here to get violated.
You're doing the violation yourself, like.
So, additional games. It's going to be more games. What do you make of all of that then?
I just think that we're either going to have to lose a cup, or you're going to have to give up international break, because it's just not feasible for those players to be doing every game. It's not no team, not Man City, not Barcelona, PSG, like Atletico Madrid. None of these teams are capable, with all the players and all these matches, of keeping a sustainable team for the whole season. It's not possible.
Well, how can Barcelona do it?
Pardon? I left Barcelona out because for me they're not as good at the minute.
Hold on. Why are we bringing Barcelona up?
I'm not. So I don't know why you're bringing them up. They're not that good at the minute. We don't need to bring them up. They've had injuries. But
it's not sustainable for them, but it's sustainable for Barca. Okay.
No. I'm not saying it's sustainable for Barca, but Barca, I don't actually care about them. They're just not that relevant.
It'll be the same for every club, would it not?
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I just named teams that I actually tolerate. I didn't name teams that I don't.
Sulz, why are you getting so butthurt when she doesn't mention Barcelona?
Wasn't it? Like it's weird how PSG basically money holes, can't sustain.
But to be fair, PSG didn't try joining the Super League.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Good on them.
And I think that you're gonna have to either lose a cup or lose at the international break. I don't know what you do, because
in your opinion, what's more likely to go?
You cannot get rid of my beloved England. I want to watch Harry Kane play centre midfield for Gareth Southgate. Thank you very much.
I think you're genuinely gonna get rid of the Carabao Cup. I think that's got to go.
Or reformat the Carabao Cup so that it doesn't.
So it doesn't involve. So it doesn't involve championship teams. Yeah.
No, I feel like you should. If the Carabao Cup's going to be like still there, any team in the Champions League or the Europa League isn't qualified for that.
Or the
Isn't that just a Papa John's trophy though?
No, that's
it is Guardiola's trophy.
That's for leagues 1 and 2.
Exactly.
But you know what? I would be up for that sort of idea though, because it does. I think the Carabao Cup, mostly of all cups, you know that one of the big six is normally going to win it. So I do like the idea of a Southampton Villa Carabao Cup final. Like I feel that especially if that team's going to get a European Conference League place. So I just think that adds more to the competition.
But that'll never happen though, because
I'm not going to lie. Anything but Pep winning the cup is beautiful because I'm bored of him winning that cup.
That's not going to happen though, because the FA aren't going to let go of the Carabao Cup for the UEFA. They're not just going to give it all.
But they're going to have more backlash if you take away the international break.
Gini,
you are going to have backlash after backlash.
I'm not saying remove the. I'm not saying remove the Carabao Cup. What I'm saying is you just don't enter the teams from the teams that are in Europe.
No, but that's Gini's point.
And you think
they're going to do that?
Yeah, you think the FA are just going to let all the big clubs go because where's the revenue coming from?
Yeah, because FA doesn't run the Carabao Cup.
Who does? It's not UEFA.
To be honest, I think we should just all go and watch
the Carabao Cup is run by the EFL.
So the EFL are now just going to give up teams like City, Liverpool, United, and just lose all the revenue.
Financially, it doesn't benefit them anyway.
What, Gini? So you're telling me?
But it does, because Carabao invest massively in it.
Gini, you're telling me
they'll still invest.
But not still happens. But not that much.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're not going to be like, oh, wait a minute, all the big teams
right. But what we need to do is that we need to compromise. So that's the whole thing about. I don't know what you lot do in relationships, or if you've been in a relationship.
No. What you do is you get rid of the international.
But then how are you going to do?
Once there's an argument, get it out there. Get out.
No, because
I'm a celebrity. Get me out
there. What are we going to do about qualifying for the Euros and qualifying for World Cups that we do during them times?
No, but if you take the big teams out of the Carabao Cup, unfortunately, the money that you're going to be seeing in it is going to be dramatically slashed.
Explain to me how we're going to do qualifiers then for the Euros.
Yeah, because if you take the international break away, the international break is important, not for you maybe, but for a lot of people. Like,
right, but then
it's importance.
Yeah,
Probably
we
more.
can do that.
I think we should go and pick loads of people off the street to go and play for our team, an England team, and just get them to play against like a bunch of Polish bus drivers and stuff.
What they could do, right?
That's what Ireland do, don't they, RJ? Pick a bunch of people off the street and let them play football for your country.
Yeah, and if any of them can play, you know, England say, yeah, we'll take them because we can't even develop our own good players.
About Declan Rice and Jack Grealish.
Nah, fuck off.
Only because Declan Rice doesn't want to eat a load of potatoes anymore.
Well, apparently he's fishy, so you know.
Fishy?
I don't know about that.
He eats fish and chips, doesn't he? Fish and chips.
Just because his nationality is now English doesn't mean he just automatically, I eat fish and chips.
No, but the thing is, right, there's a
believe it or not, RJ, we actually feed our players a proper healthy meal because we actually have elite. No. We have elite sports stars, and you have God knows what.
We do have elite sports stars, just not in football.
That's a lie.
Okay, no, I can name a good few if you want.
The only one I know is McGregor. I'm not gonna lie, I can't remember.
And he's a bitch.
You are not playing Tyson Fury either. No. You are not playing Tyson Fury.
What?
I don't know what I'm talking about.
So no one has actually answered the question about what we do about qualifying for the Euros and the World Cup. I fucking did ask that question.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't ask me.
Niall, I'll tell you what you do with that. You move it to the summer.
Oh, what? So when would you like the players to have a break?
Never. They shouldn't be break. Not with the
This is why it's not going to work.
At least in the summer, every year, well, once a year, twice every 4 years, these players get a break.
I don't think they should.
This is why it's not going to work. Because the EFL aren't just going to allow the best teams in the biggest teams.
They'll have no choice. They'll have no choice.
It's their brand. Of course, they have a choice.
Yeah, but I think you have to look at it, Gini, because you either have a choice. You either get rid of your country's football team or get rid of a cup that Pep's won 4 years in a row. I know which one I'm getting rid of. That isn't as relevant.
They aren't thinking about that. It's a business point of view. This is how they make their money.
They'll be what to do, right?
Yeah, but the problem is that you're never going to be able to get rid of the England team. So then you are just stuck with the Carabao Cup. You're not going to get rid of the FA Cup, which is one of the longest running cups in England.
And we're not even saying get rid of the Carabao Cup. We're just saying
just saying take the teams in the Champions League out.
And yeah, of course, it would be.
Point is. It's like, are you really going to think about, even though it might not be, I don't know what the revenue that they actually win from it.
Fucking horrific. Right, Sulz, trust me, as an EFL club, the money you get from the Carabao Cup is not a lot. You get more money by doing an FA Cup run. Why do you think most of the League One and League Two sides don't actually bother trying to go far in the Carabao Cup?
I'm talking about the
it's minuscule. It's a couple 100,000, if that. It's nothing big.
All out for it. I don't get it.
Because he likes to win trophies. That's what I'm saying. There's the financial aspect of the Carabao Cup is minuscule as it is.
Yeah, but then it's going to be even less. There's no point of the Carabao Cup without the big.
No, because the point is, if we have
Because all right, let's be real, right? For the big six, financially, okay, it's not. But for a team like yourself, it is a big thing currently to win it, because even if it is a couple of 100,000, that's a lot of money for, like, let's say an Argyle or a League Two side.
We're never winning the Carabao Cup.
No, but
what I'm saying
is, I'm not saying you can or you can't, but I'm just saying, because we're gonna, like, there have been things I would. But what I'm saying is, if you then take the big six out of it, even that couple of 100,000 is going to be like slashed in half.
Yeah, but it's not. Then people won't start playing it for the money, because at the end of it, you'll get to go into European Conference League, right? So the winner of the Carabao Cup, without the top 6 or 7, however many go into European competition, will have a chance of getting European competition. Guaranteed. So at the end of it, instead of viewing getting a couple 100,000, which, to be brutally honest, for any Premier League club is nothing, pointless. Instead, you're going to be viewing it of, we want to win this because we get European football at the end.
I still don't think the Big Six are going to want to drop out.
Of course not.
I don't
Man
think
City
the Big
won't.
Six
Man
can-
City won't.
I don't think the Big Six really care about the Carabao Cup.
The EFL
Man
do,
City.
Niall.
Man City.
The
do.
people that
the
run it do.
the EFL may well do, but we're going to have to get to a stage where we can't just have all these games. It's impossible.
This is why UEFA introducing this isn't going to work, and I can guarantee you it won't go
They've
through.
already done it.
I
No,
bet
they've
you.
done it.
I bet you it falls through. So
No,
have they explained?
they've-
Have they explained what? Have they explained what the game schedule is?
Yeah, it will carry on as normal.
What? When they play the games? Have they explained when they play the games? What's the plans to fit these 12 games
Because
in?
you know the only time really in the season where every other European team doesn't play is during the December period. But guess what? They're not going to give that up because that's their Christmas break. The only teams that play is the Premier League. But then it's like, well, where can you fit these extra games? You can't, because there's nowhere in the season really where there's enough of
That's
a break.
why
where you
the
can
Big
fit them in.
Six are going to have to come out of the Carabao Cup just to fit this in. Now, it's not ideal. Don't get me.
But the thing is, though, like when the Carabao Cup games get played, isn't really. It's when the league games get played. They just move the league games away, so it's not really interfering with it.
They play Carabao Cup games midweek.
I do get Gini's point. I do get Gini's point. Like you are, like it, whether you like it or not. I don't think UEFA have actually thought this through properly. Like they've just gone, let's add a couple more games in. They're thinking about money, but they're not thinking of the repercussions to every single league that has to compete in this, who has to add those extra matches in. Bearing in mind, some teams in the Premier League have 4 cups to compete in every single year. Like it's an international break as well. It's not feasible, and they haven't thought of that. They've just thought we're going to line our boats, so we're going to line our pockets so we can buy another super yacht. They want a second super yacht. They've already got one. They just want a second. Like they haven't thought. Like you've got Alexander Surfing saying like, whatever. I don't even care about his name anymore. Like being like, they're all snakes in the Super League. Hun, you're the snake. Like you're the shady one. Like
Every owner and UEFA and FIFA are snakes.
Niall, it's not 12 extra games. I just read it through.
I never said those 12 extra.
No, there's only 4, so nothing's being cancelled. So we don't have to cancel anything because it's only 4. I'm reading UEFA now.
And where is the spare time for these extra 4 games?
Oh no, 4 games. Yeah, 4 games you can fit in.
4 games they can fit in without. They're not going to cancel the Carabao Cup top 16 for 4 games.
I mean, Pep's already moaning about fixture congestion.
He's a hypocrite because the guy asked for 5 subs when in the competition he can do 5 subs, he does 2. So if you're complaining about something, but then when you've got the opportunity to use it, you're not using it, you're a hypocrite.
I hear you, but it's one of them that I don't know how this is going to work.
Now, 4 extra games, easily they can fit.
Professor saying, so on my understanding is the teams in the Champions League will play 10 games against 10 different teams of varying strengths, and top 8 of teams in this big league will qualify for the round of 16. And then 8 more teams, and then the rest go into playoffs, don't they? Teams placed 9th to 24 will play playoffs against each other for a spot in the next round. Gini and Sulz are spot on. UEFA don't think this won't work because it's money, it's business, ain't that easy. Professor saying, so this is what I think will happen with regards to EFL Cup. The big teams won't be excluded. They may well scrap the 2-legged semis. I can see that happen. Maybe play them at a neutral ground, potentially. I mean, they used to do that in the FA Cup before they went to Wembley, didn't they? Most of them were done at Old Trafford and Villa Park for some apparent reason. God knows why.
Actually, Villa Park's a shithole, but we'll move on.
No. Villa Park is actually
It is a shithole. It's a good stadium, but it's a shithole.
Yeah, but I've been Villa Park, I think 3 or 4 times. It's a lovely stadium.
Wish you do the toilets up a bit. Fucking hell.
The FA may well scrap FA Cup replays altogether. That's been done already, hasn't it?
It was because of COVID, but only because of COVID. So I don't know if they're continuing.
I can't. I mean, replays are massive for EFL clubs, but
yeah, that's the problem. No one cares about them.
We've also got a shit ton of fixtures, and we'd rather not the fixture congestion either.
Also, the thing with replays, Niall, no one wants to travel. Let's say United get Plymouth, you draw with us at Old Trafford. No one's going to Plymouth Argyle on fucking a Tuesday night.
Then fucking beat us in the first leg, then.
Yeah, but it's massive for Plymouth for financial.
Yeah, but no one wants to go.
But financially for Plymouth Argyle, that is a cash cow.
Unfortunately, now I don't think people really.
Yeah, that's the problem. It's the arrogance of the business.
Believe it or not, the FA somewhat do, because they people have been calling for replays to be sort of got rid of for quite some time, and the FA have stood firm to the ground and went no. Like we're carrying this on. So the FA have and to their sort of agreed, they've done it. It would be tricky to do it at a neutral ground midweek, though. It would be no more difficult than it already is. For these big teams, it really wouldn't. Like, you could. I'm sure once a bit of cash is put to a club for use of their stadium, then that stadium will become available pretty quickly. At the moment, we play scrap from 5th round onwards during COVID. Atletico lost 2-1, so it's basically Barcelona's to lose now.
Well, it's actually anyone's to lose. The points are actually not that separated. It's still Atletico in the advantage, so yeah.
That's fair. But no, this is down to pure greed. Do you think this is going to work in the future, or do you think this is just going to be another idea that's just like
another idea that's going to go down the toilet?
I think they'll give it a go, but
I'm sure they'll give it a go. But do you see this working well? Because what I think they're trying to do is I think they're trying to get the competition exciting from minute one. So from the first game all the way until a final, they want it to be exciting, something to be playing for.
Yeah.
Do you think this will encourage that? Do you think this will work in terms of doing that?
Just might as well set it up, innit? Just might as well set it up. Might as well game to give each other.
I think we'll have a proper indication, like when they do this, because you know what? Yeah, they use this format and I know this is going to be a lot irrelevant and people are probably going to sleep, but they use it in the FIFA 21 play, like the competition. And it's actually quite all right. I kind of do like the way they've done it. But the only thing is, for me, it was like, it depends on how they do it, how the draws happen. Is it going to be random? Is it going to be... And I think that's ultimately, it's the execution of how they do it is ultimately going to be how good this turns out to be. It could actually be a success. We could be complaining for no reason because we don't understand it.
Yeah, no, I mean, they have been very vague on how this is going to work and all of that and how you qualify. Are you excited that Arsenal may get a chance to come back to a Champions League then?
We'll earn our way, man. We'll earn it. So yeah, I'll be excited because we would have earned it.
Are you talking about like in 20 years' time when you've actually got an owner that cares?
I think it is, yeah. I think the pressure is going to be on him to actually do something. I still want him gone, but I do think he's going to spend in the summer.
I think they're all going to spend in the summer. You lot are about to have the biggest summers you lot have ever seen. Then they'll go back to normal after that.
No, that's why we're going to keep even as us, like every Arsenal fan I've spoken to, they're like, we don't really care what he does. He can invest big. We're still going to want him out. So we're going to keep the pressure on. I don't know about the other clubs, obviously, but...
No, I have no idea. Gini, do you think... Well, Liverpool didn't even put pressure on FSG to start with.
Well,
that protest alone was pathetic.
No, they cancelled. It was cancelled pretty much.
Well, it was sort of a protest. They put a few banners in, and when they saw
a couple of people went, but everyone that was going to go said they're not going to go after what Klopp said. As Tom would like to say, bottle jobs.
No, I just think
that's like us saying, oh, Vina, because you're a wet wipe, we're not going to protest now.
I just think Klopp handled that wrong. I don't think Klopp should have said that. A fan has the right to protest however they wish, as long as it's not causing.
That's why I like
harm to
Arteta's response. Arteta said, well, the fans can do what they feel is right for them. And I think that's the best way to handle it.
I think Ollie said near enough the same as well.
Yeah. Because it's not putting your job at jeopardy, like saying to the fans, oh yeah, go pro. But all they're saying is, well, if that's what you feel is right, go do it then. Like if you don't feel it's right, don't do it. And I think that's the best way for a manager anyway to respond. And I think what Klopp was basically sucking FSG's dick and being like, and then he's going to complain about them that they didn't get him a centre back. And it's you're sending two and you mix messages. Like, where's your allegiance? You can't be all the way here and then all the way here. Like, you're not even balanced. You just
I don't think he should have said anything. I think he should allow the fans to do what they think is right for them and that. But we're gonna wrap it up there. It was only gonna be about an hour.
Can I just ask a question before you wrap it up about it? Do you think that this season, in all like the different leagues, has been why they've pushed it? For example, like this season, because money's talking now with all these big owners coming in to like the top leagues, it's getting a lot more competitive. Next season you're not going to see Liverpool in it again. Arsenal, Tottenham, Chelsea might not be in it. We still don't know. You got Dortmund, Leverkusen not going to be in it in German league. Do you think that this season has pushed maybe some extra spots for the bigger names to get in it because they want money? Because they're scared that these domestic leagues are getting too competitive.
Yeah, 100%. I think you've hit the nail right on the head there. So, let's say Leicester, they've broken into the top six. They're now a bigger club than Arsenal in terms of success over recent years. They're bigger than Spurs in every way, shape, or form. I do think that these elite clubs, and I do think this is pushed by the clubs as well. I don't think this is just UEFA. I think the
Spurs
border
are not an elite club, so it's a minor talking about them.
No, but they have been in Europe and all of that, so they would class. So technically, if the top four were to be United, City, Chelsea, Liverpool, I think Tottenham would then get the extra space for England.
That's where I kind of disagree with it. That's when I disagree with it, but it's not on me. I don't really, to be honest, I don't really give a shit. Like, they can do what they want, because the thing with me is, I've never disliked the current format. I think the current format's fine. It went from just the champions of each, like, sort of European competition playing each other, to then opening it up to an extra, 4, and then there's 2 in some leagues, and depending on where you are from Europe, you get a certain allocation. And I think even this current format is fine. I don't know why they need to change it with this elite spot, or because if Spurs are getting into it, then I just think the whole thing's flawed. Because what have Spurs won? Because for me, an elite club isn't about performance; it's about what you win, ultimately. And that's why, like, I don't agree with this elite club. I think if you're top 4, you get in. Obviously, the 4th place will go into a playoff. If you win the Europa League,
the 4th don't even go into a playoff.
Yeah, they've scrapped that now. It's automatic.
Oh, they've scrapped that. All right, okay. Well, all right, fine. Then top 4, that's fine. And then whoever wins the Europa League, they get a shot because they won a European competition. They won the Europa League, and that's one spot going to the winner into the Champions League, which is fair enough. And I think that's fine. I don't know why they need to now, just because teams are not willing to compete, that they feel an obligation to give them an opportunity that they don't deserve. It's like what we're going to do next. So we're just going to start being like, oh, yeah, I know you didn't make it and you've been relegated, but yet in the past you've been a Premier League champion, or we'll give you a spot. Like, it's silly. Like, where does this stop?
No, I hear you. What about you, Dom? What do you think of Gini?
Sorry, what was the question?
Gini, it was your question.
He's lost. He's dead.
So the sum of the question is, like, Do you think that UEFA are doing this just to get more big teams into it because they couldn't qualify, and that the domestic competitions have become too competitive for some to qualify for like a Champions League spot?
Oh, that's a sticky one. Yeah, but no, I don't know. I don't really have a point on it, to be honest. Souls, but it's just UEFA, isn't it? They're just there to make the money.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to be doing another stream on UEFA about them being a corrupt bunch of assholes. That's coming soon. Talking about all the things that UEFA do stand for and all the things UEFA don't stand for. So they do stand for racism. They don't stand for you taking their money. They do stand for making money, but they don't stand for you making money. It's a very tricky situation is UEFA. But we'll have a stream on all of that. I think Gini's having internet issues. But we're going to wrap it up there. Make sure you leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel with notifications on if you are new. Go check out our Twitter at Let's Talk EPL Let's Talk EPL, and our Instagram at Let's Talk EPL _. There are now 2 Ginis. God knows what is going on. But Sulz, where can they find you?
At the United protest on, obviously, I think it's Sunday this week, and you can find me at Guna Sulz and at Let's Debate Footy.
100%. And Dom, where can they find you?
Watching it. Look here, watching it. They can find me not at the United protest because I'm not going to go on protest for something that's not going to work. But that's my opinion. But yeah, you can find me on somewhere. You can find me in a bar somewhere or a pub. Yeah.
Or on Twitter at Domlin Donian.
No, they can't find me.
And you can find Gini at Gini in a bottle on Twitter. His Snapchat is fucknose. Dom, what's his Snapchat?
I can't give that out, fellas.
Oh, Jesus Christ! Dom's actually got Gini's Snapchat. That's.
No, I haven't. Not yet.
So Gini is. I think Gini might be here. It's loading.
Nah, it's just loading. He's gone back into his bloody fucking basement. I've locked him in his basement now. That's why his Wi-Fi is bad.
We love to see it. We're just gonna see if Gini actually does come back, or if he's suffering from major internet issues. Fuck knows what. But we're gonna end it there. You can find Gini at Gini in a bottle on Twitter or in Dom's basement. A big thanks to everyone watching. We'll be back tomorrow with the weekly review show. Plenty to review. Then God knows what. I think the Arsenal show is Tuesday 9 p.m. So there's that to look forward to as well. Didn't get a chance to talk about the cup. I know. I had like 4 hours sleep. I'll try tomorrow. Yeah, we can talk about it tomorrow. Actually, that's a good shout. We can talk about it tomorrow. I'll get you on the. If you're free tomorrow night, I'll get you on the weekly review show. I've just had like 5 hours sleep, so I'm absolutely shattered. And can barely hold intellectual conversation, let alone actually keep talking. But we're going to end it there, boys. A big thanks for you watching. As I said, we'll be back tomorrow with the weekly